Boo! Oh my gosh, you drew Psyduck! I literally just added that like last week. So that's really funny. Hello, hello. That's so perfect. Oh my gosh, I added that just for you. I'm really glad that came up. How are you? Happy Friday. Hello, Kai, and hello, Viet Beast. Hello, Psyduck. I know, right? That was so perfect. There's like a whole bunch of like options that I put, and I was like I was surprised that I hadn't added Psyduck originally, so I went back and added it. Like I'm pretty sure it was last week. It was definitely after we drew Psyduck, um, kind of with the intention of Viet Beast getting Psyduck, and sure enough, it happened. I didn't expect it to happen this early. But anyways, today the plan is to finish drawing Terberri. So I know I went over it last time, but Terberri is celebrating her 1 year of streaming with her, or like as a VTuber, I guess. She had been streaming for like longer than that, but she's celebrating her anniversary. Her stream actually just started about 30 minutes ago, and she's actually showing off her new model. Well, at least she was a couple minutes ago. I don't know if she still is, but I did link her Twitch in the pinned message if you want to check her out or say hello. But yeah, she's doing a 48-hour stream to celebrate. And in the meantime, I think the plan is to finish this, and then we'll probably post it somewhere, and then we'll raid into her 48-hour stream. So yeah, I won't dilly dally too much. I did mean to do this yesterday so that it would be ready before her stream, but that's okay. I think this works out because now we can finish it and then just raid into her. Um, yeah. But yeah, the original plan was to do this yesterday, but then I forgot we were watching the Miku movie, which was very fun. Um, yeah, I don't know. It was fun. I enjoy the game a lot, so it was cool to see. But yeah, oh, let me put some music on. I just realized it's very, very quiet. I think the BGM was like really quiet last time we streamed, but hopefully this time I was kind of playing around with it. I think the volume should be a little bit better this time, but let me know if it's too loud or too quiet or whatever. Yeah. I was gonna start with the skin, but I haven't rendered the eyes yet, and I do really like rendering eyes, so I think maybe we'll start with that. I'm gonna make this a little darker too. Yeah. I like this music. I know last time I used this BGM, I was worried it would make me cry because it sounds really cute, and I have a problem with cute sounding music where it makes me cry. But I feel like I like it, and it's very calm, but like in a happy way, which I think is nice for this Friday. Okay, let's dive right into this. You can sometimes tell if I was working on the sketch for a new drawing if I come into like a mostly like colored in drawing and I've suddenly magically switched to the sketching pen, because I don't use the sketching pen unless I'm starting something new. But I won't say what I was working on yet. I don't know if you guys heard, apparently Trisha Paytas has accepted an offer to UC Berkeley as a student. I can't remember what she said she was studying, but there's like an admitted students page, and she was posted on there. And so I sent it to my family naturally because my family has a lot of UC Berkeley alum. So I was like, oh, this will be kind of relevant. Like my sister graduated from there with her undergrad, and a few of my aunts, uncles, so on and so forth. Except I sent it to like a family group chat, and then my mom asked who this was, and I was like, how do I explain to my mother who Trisha Paytas is? And I was like, maybe one of my siblings will explain, but no one did. But she didn't follow up either, so I'm like, we're just gonna leave it at that. I don't think we need to dive into that question. I feel like the most I would tell her is like, oh, she's a social media person, because like, how do you really describe who she is other than that? Yeah. Like if my parents ever asked about VTubing, I don't know what I would say. Sorry if there's background noise too. For some reason, Cassie's been attacking the window for the last like, I don't know, 10 minutes, and I was trying to see if she was like looking at something like a bug or something, but I can't really figure out what it is that she's looking at, but something's got her attention. The next best guess would be like there's something in the tree outside, but like, I don't know, I don't see anything, and I don't even hear the birds that I feel like I normally hear. So I think she's just feeling real curious today, which is funny because like maybe like half an hour ago she was sleeping and she was cuddling with my hand, and it was really cute, and she was all calm, and then something changed and now she's super active. She wants out. Yeah, she's trying to escape. I don't think she'd make it as a wildcat, honestly. She sees bugs and then she just kind of bats at them. Or like when she sees ants in the apartment, both times that we had an ant problem, Cassie noticed it first, and we knew because she was just sitting there, like head tilted to the side, staring at the ants. Not trying to eat them, not trying to step on them, just watching them. All confused and everything. It's really cute, but it's also like we see her doing that and we're like, okay, what bug is in here now? What bug infestation has infiltrated our home? Where'd she go? Oh, she's loafed behind me now. You heard me talking about you? You gonna take a nap again? I think she's gonna take a nap again. Her eyes are fluttering. She's starting to fall asleep. She's like, slow blinking. For some reason, this looks really pointy. Don't know why though. Something like it. I'm debating, like, because the reflections right here, maybe I'll bring it down a little bit more. Maybe something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Why not? I saw a video about like the apparently universal experience of like having parents that slightly mispronounce certain words. I don't know if I would say universal, but it's a lot more common than I realized. But it got me thinking, like, do we as people just eventually hit a certain age where we just stop knowing how to pronounce things? Like my parents, I don't know how you guys pronounce carabiner. I say carabiner. I've heard carabiner. They say carboner. And I've mentioned before that they do dragon boating. And they were at a race and they kept referring it to them as carboners. And I feel like it's just at a point where no one bothers to correct them because they're like, oh, we know what they're talking about, it's fine. But things like that, or like my mom says latte instead of latte. She goes latte, and then we're like, Mom, it's latte. And she's like, isn't that what I said? Latte? My mom's the real culprit of that. It's funny though. It's like endearing, like silly hee hee ha ha. Like little mistakes that your parents make that kind of make you chuckle. Like just the harmless ones. Sometimes it is a little bit frustrating, but like when it's harmless, it's funny. Or like my mom does CPR trainings at her work every now and then. She's a nurse, and when Baby Shark was becoming really popular, she was like, oh, Baby Shark is the right BPM for CPR. So she was practicing her next training, and she went, Baby Shark, 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 shark. And we're like, Mom, okay, it's okay to use Baby Shark, but make sure you're singing the right words. She was just straight up going, Baby Shark, 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 Baby Shark, 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 shark. And we're like, so close. Yeah, my company's doing CPR training stuff next week with all the dummies and stuff. And apparently if you do it remotely, they send you a CPR dummy, and like I guess you keep it, because one of our office, like someone on our team, is out of state, so he has to do it remotely. And someone else on our team was like, oh yeah, I remember I had to do it remotely last time, and they sent me the dummy and I still have it. And I was like, oh dang, I didn't know you get to keep the dummy. I was like, man, I should switch to remote work just so I could get a CPR dummy next time we do training. I don't know what I would do with it, but I think it would be funny to have. Like a real conversation starter. You could recreate the office scene. My coworker that has it from before, she was like, yeah, we use it as a Halloween decoration. And I'm like, that is totally something my parents would do. Like my mom doesn't have them for her trainings, like in her possession, but they're at like her office space. And so she always takes a picture when she does lead the trainings, and it's just all the CPR dummies laying out. Like a bunch of zombies. It's kind of scary. How does this look for the eyes? Probably okay. Yeah, let's stick with that. Group all these because this whole thing's a mess. I don't even think I grouped all the colors together. Oh, I did. Okay. It's okay. Who needs to organize their layers? They're all there. I know they're there. I felt like I ate lunch so late today so I wouldn't be hungry, but I'm suddenly feeling really snacky. Which I totally could just get up and go eat right now, but I feel like I just got here. I'll hold off a little bit. I have to go at least an hour before I take a break. I feel like that's only fair. That would be rude to start stream and then like 15 minutes in be like, actually, I'm hungry, because I should have thought about that before. But I think I was just really excited to get started on this because Terry started her stream, and so I was kind of watching that for a while. Yeah, she's got all sorts of fun stuff. She already hit like, she has like, oh, excuse me, hiccups. She has like a whole point system going on for her I guess streamathon. I don't know if it's necessarily like a subathon, but she has like rewards for like bits and subs and stuff, and she already hit like 5 points before she even really got started, and she was like, oh my gosh. And then she was like fixing up some of her alerts and all that jazz, and then she went through a bunch of her old models just now and then led up to her current one and then her new one, which I really like. It's got like braids on the side of the head, which I'm a really big fan of braids and character design. Like, I don't know, they're pretty neat. Maybe I'll put braids in my hair. I'm too lazy to do my hair half the time. But yeah, she was doing that right before I started pretty much, or like right as I was starting. So while I was on the starting screen, I was just kind of watching her show off the model. Yeah, it's very cool. You should definitely check her out. She's very nice and very talkative and very sweet. I don't know, I enjoy hanging out there too. She did a what is it? Not a sponsored stream, but she was in like this creator program for let's see, she was an official co-streamer. Those were the words. Official co-streamer for Galaxies, I think. Galaxy something. They do like a game showcase thing. So they were like showcasing games. I think it was like literally yesterday. And I was like, oh my gosh, girl, you have a big stream coming up. You should prepare for that. But yeah, she did that. It was kind of cool. There was one game that looked kind of interesting. It was like Neighbors, like suburban war or something, and it looked like a really funny concept where you're like basically just having wars with your neighbors in this relatively nice neighborhood, throwing like egging each other's houses and stuff and barricading your doors, and then you can pet your dog and stuff. It sounds like a bad mobile game. It looked like a bad mobile game, but it looked really funny. Like they were eating things off of lawnmowers and stuff. Like it looked like the kind of game that would be really fun to play with your friends. Like you establish a little neighborhood and you just start attacking each other's houses. Like real like chaotic shit. I don't know. I'll look into it more because I thought it was funny. There was also something else that kind of reminded me of Valheim. And Terry also said it reminded her of Valheim, where they were like building stuff and like shooting stuff, but I can't remember what it was now. But it made me want to play Valheim again. Not for the monsters and stuff, but literally just so I can build a house. I enjoy building houses. I had that big old fort last time I played. And that was like the only thing I did was build house. Viking build house. Probably the new RuneScape game? Probably. That does sound like that was it. I think it was. It looked cool. I can't remember anything else that was in that showcase, honestly. There was a lot of stuff, but I think I was eating lunch at that time. maybe I'll just keep dark. Yeah, that's a good start. Let's start shading her skin. We'll see. We'll adjust it. Actually, you know what? Instead of doing it like that, I feel like the reasonable thing is to just... Actually, why don't we just use the same color? Now that I'm looking at this looks dark. The nose, or like... There, we'll use that. For now. Maybe we'll edit it after. Man, this week was like weirdly chill at work, and I just have a feeling that when my supervisor's back next week, it's gonna be like crazy chaotic. Like he's gonna have a whole bunch of stuff to hand to us, a bunch of work for us to finish up. Because instead of the stuff I've been working on lately, because that's all kind of on my supervisor's plate right now, I was helping another coworker with the types of projects that I used to do a lot more of. And he was like, we got a lot done for that, to the point where he was like, oh, we can submit 2 of these projects like a week early. And I'm like, heck yeah. But I just know we're gonna get back on Monday, and there's gonna be a whole bunch of other stuff for other projects, and he's gonna be like, you know what, don't hold your breath, you're gonna be busy this week. That on top of like the CPR training and stuff. Like the online portion of it, or like the like computer like modules where they like quiz you and stuff, that took me like 4 hours, and I thought I was just doing it wrong or something, or like, I don't know, but even my other coworkers were like, yeah, no, it took like an entire morning. So there's still a couple people in our office who haven't done it yet, and we were like, yeah, you should probably do that. Like it's gonna take longer than you think it will. And they were like, dang, okay. I'm trying to like look at different ways to like shade hands and stuff. Like some people just keep it really soft. I mean, honestly, I almost feel like I should do that anyways. Like maybe I should just blur this a little bit. Or instead of that, what brush do I have this on? I don't really use the smudge tool all that much, but maybe in this case I'll give it a try. I feel like I should be a little bit softer with some of the shading that I do. Sure, at least on the face we'll keep it soft, because it's a very rounded surface. I didn't mean to turn that off. I mean, I probably did earlier, but... Let's see. For the hand part, maybe like this, and then... I'll try to soften it up a little bit. Maybe that brush was too big. trying to look for a reference for just how people typically shade hands, like outstretched hands like this. Because I feel like you could block out shapes like this, but it just feels wrong. When in doubt, let's check Twitter. I feel like I follow enough artists where like I could just scroll and eventually find some fan art to use as a reference. I just need a hand. Just a hand. Okay, there's a lot of plushies on my feed today. I forgot I posted a video of Cassie too. Miku movie. Anime faces. I just want someone's hand to use as a reference. I just want to see how you render someone's palm. Okay, not in that style. Okay, I preferably not a paw. Oh, those are Hololive boobies. That's Doki Bird, but just her face. A lot of faces, not very many hands. Okay, maybe I should just pick an artist, click on their profile, and see if they've drawn a hand at some point. Who are you? Who are you? Nope, nope. Any other time I would have gone to like Pinterest or something, but like Pinterest has been so ridden with just AI stuff that I don't think there would be any accurate hands if I looked anyways. Okay, I like this person's art, but they haven't drawn hands in a while. I mean, there's that one. It's not really Okay, let's go back. Maybe just for you. Maybe for you will have something useful. This person doesn't put any shadows on it at all, which is an option. I could do that. No, I kind of want to though. Or, okay, now I'm kind of remembering something. Maybe if I go like this. Okay, it's kind of rough, but it's fine. And then like, kind of rough, like, make that part softer. Or maybe I should erase it. Maybe that's more of the play. Like kind of go like this. It does not look that good. Yee! Crisis over shading hands. Oh, that's a hand. It's very soft, but very realistic too. What you doing, Sammy? Hi, Blanket. I was looking for some references for shading hands because, like, I've been kind of having a crisis over how to shade, like, outstretched hands like this, or, like, the palms specifically. I don't know, it's kind of giving me a bit of a crisis style crisis. Where, you know, people kind of go like this, and then, like, I don't know, just have a couple lines, but then for the most part have it like really soft. Oh my gosh, Kai just did the most evil laugh. Like maybe more like this, and then I don't know, maybe I'll soften it a little. I don't know. It could go like this. But yeah, overall, to answer that question, we're drawing Terberri, who's a fun streamer who's celebrating her anniversary, and she's doing a 48-hour stream. So I did pin a message with her channel if you want to check it out. She showed off a new model, but I think today she's mostly streaming with her old model, or like her, not her old model, but like her, I guess, current model. But yeah, she's doing a 48-hour stream, and once we're done, we're gonna raid into her, because at least because she's doing a 48-hour stream, I know she'll still be live. Why not use Kai's hand and take photos for references? That is also an option. I think it's more just the rendering part that's like giving me trouble. But I think one of these days I am gonna do a stream where I just like draw a bunch of hands, just for practice. I could go like this, maybe do a little bit of like along the edge, something like this, something like something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I could do that. Like, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Maybe like a little bit, a little bit like just before the part of the thumb. And then like have a separate layer where maybe I just make it a little bit softer, like along the knuckles, like I don't know if I like that. Hands are hard. Like this, and like maybe the tips of the fingers a little bit, like the finger pads. Kind of like a warm vibe, I guess. I almost feel like even this part could go like right along the wrist. I don't know if that's too much, but like, I should commit if I'm gonna go like that. I don't know, because I feel like it should still be parallel, like to the hand. Maybe if I just kind of softly go like that. I actually don't hate that. I mean, it's not that bad, I think. Yeah, I think that's all right. Maybe. I'm really not sure about this though. Like, I could just shouldn't get rid of it altogether. I could try making it softer. Like if I just go on this layer and then maybe just it's kind of coming together with something. Is that too red? What if I made it that color? Okay, maybe darker, because now I can't see it. Okay, maybe a little bit redder. And I could kind of erase it a little bit. Maybe shade it back in a little bit too. I don't know. This is like... Is this being nitpicky? I might be being nitpicky. Okay, let's undo all of that. Let's try this again. What you did today, Sammy? Mostly work, honestly. Nothing too interesting. Worked. This morning, Kai got his windshield fixed because when he was driving to or from work, I think it was to work the other day, a rock got kicked up by another car, and so the windshield cracked. So he got that fixed today. Other than that, yeah, work was most of the day, but even then, I actually technically got off a little bit early because my supervisor was gone this week, and my coworker was kind of giving me some tasks to work on to help him with. But at the same time, even he was kind of lacking in stuff because some of the surveyors that get like the data that we need to do our design work, one of them called out sick, and then so we kind of had a really slow week. Howdy do, Raylu, how are you? That was a lot of rhymes in like one sentence. But yeah, that was kind of my day. Nothing too interesting. I did watch Terberri's the beginning of her stream, which she started a little over an hour ago now. Yeah, she showed off some old models and some new models, so very cool stuff. I don't know, is this good enough for the hand? Maybe. I feel like at this point I just don't want to overdo it. That was a lot of back and forth just to do that. Like that. Yeah. Maybe I'll come back to it. I'll probably come back to it. In the meantime, let's continue shading these. I'm like, maybe I'll keep it soft, shaded softly. And then just kind of add some highlights. I feel like that's a good way to go about it. I like when there's like the little like slight redness, like the slight blush on the knees too. Sometimes I like when it's lighter though. Like, maybe that'll look. I don't think I like that here. Maybe it's just the wrong color. Maybe something like this. Yeah, that's not too bad. I literally saw a video earlier on like shading legs and knees and stuff. Yeah, I'll come back with a highlight of some sort. And by come back, I mean I'll probably do that right now. And maybe I'll just stick with this color. Why not? Why not? Let me go back to this. Bum, bum, bum. I don't know if I want to make it super like hard of a line though, so I will probably end up blurring it a bit. Knees, because yeah, knees kind of look like this. Here, I'll just block out the shape and then I'll blur it, I think is what how I'm gonna go about that. Too much. It might be okay. And then if we blur that, is it too much? Maybe just a little bit. That's a hard brush. I want a soft one. I'll do another one. Maybe I'll just use a teeny tiny airbrush. I don't know if I like that. Maybe I'll just merge that. Should I? Maybe like that. Should I do something similar up here? Yeah, crazy. Yeah, speaking of work though, Kai threw Cassie into the frame when I had my check-in meeting today, partially because he knew my supervisor was out and all my coworkers are really chill. So from their perspective, my cat came flying in the background. But I have like the background blur like thing on my thing too. So it was like a blurred cat shape. And they were like, "Was that your cat?" And I was like, "I'm so sorry." My fiance came in and was being weird. It was funny though. They got a good laugh out of it. It was that, and then we were joking about like, oh, after we finish our CPR training, do we get more letters after our name? Because I work in engineering, so there's lots of certifications and stuff that gets you all sorts of acronyms and certification like suffixes. So we were like, oh, maybe after this we'll get more letters. I was joking that we would collect the entire alphabet as suffixes on our name. Identifiers? I don't know what you would call them. Imagine you do CPR training and then cool, MD. Just kidding. Okay, I'm wondering if this one's not going too bad, but I think I do want to eventually do a little more like formal practice of like just rendering in general, I guess. Like, it's definitely something I want to get better at, among many things. That is an eraser. Maybe I don't like that. Maybe I'll take like this color and just a little bit here and a little bit there. Is that too much? No, I think that's fine. If anything, I'll put a little more, just highlight towards the center of the face, but like kind of more like a glow. Yeah. It's so subtle, you can barely tell, but I know it's there. Okay. Let's add a little bit of like that skin color over the bangs to kind of give it a little see-through effect, but just barely. Just a little bit. We'll start really dark on this and then just kind of lighten it up. I was talking to Maggie earlier, Hot Soupy Miku, on her stream. She was drawing Shion. She's been working on that the last couple of streams now. I had like started some Shion fan art, but I never really got around to finishing, and also kind of lost motivation to finish because like at first it was kind of for like the graduation thing, But then it was like so many graduations got announced and so much stuff came up, and then I was like, I don't know. I think the day she announced her graduation was like literally like the first day that I started streaming. So it was kind of weird, or kind of not weird, kind of interesting timing. So I almost did that as my first stream, because I sketched something out for it, but I don't think I was super confident in the sketch to begin with, so it wasn't really something that was set up to, I guess, do well. But I do want to do some fan art for Gura, because like regardless of whether you're a fan of like Hololive or anything, like I think it's pretty undeniable the impact she had on like Western VTubing, at least bringing like popularity to it. So I think I do want to do some Gooba fan art on stream, probably this next week. I do have something sketched out for that already too, so that will more than likely be the next thing that we draw on stream. Love Shork. Add jail. Ooh, either probably Guru next, but I think I do wanna make more emotes. I don't know if that'll necessarily be an on-stream thing, but I'm not against it being an on-stream thing. Let's say that, yeah. This will definitely be lightened up, but just fill this whole portion in. But for now, I think this will be good for like blocking out where shadows and such should be. Like this all should definitely be dark. Here where it's peeking out of the face, maybe also, or like behind the face should also be kind of dark. Just continue it this way. This should kind of smoothly go into the side of that, like, I don't know if you'd call it a pigtail, because it's kind of just her front hair, but it's kind of a pigtail. I consider any, like, pair of hair to be kind of pigtail-y, I think. Tomato, I suppose. Like this, and then trim it down. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh, I burped. I don't burp often. I don't know if you heard that. I hope you did. I can't burp on command. I wish I could. It's a weird thing to wish for, but like, I don't know. And everyone's like, oh, just halfway swallow air. And I'm like, I feel like I am, and it's not working. I just feel like I'm gonna throw up. Like, I feel like if I try too hard to burp on command, I'm just gonna end up vomiting. Like, what does swallow halfway mean? I feel like also, cause like, my parents used to tell me like, oh, if you swallow too much air, you're gonna throw up, and then so now it's just in my head like that. I don't like throwing up, so. Like, bleh. Bleh. Now you throw up when you talk too much. That's true. It's a problem. Our wedding's gonna be not very fun because I'm gonna have to talk to people. I can't avoid that. Maybe streaming will help me. If I keep yapping, I'll build up my yap endurance and then not throw up anymore. What was it? Was it Christmas where like we got home and I like talked too much with my family and so I like threw up in a bush? I'm an air swallower. I've been told to not air swallow, so then I kind of grew up trying to purposely avoid swallowing air. Like I specifically trained myself to exhale before I swallow my spit because I thought it was like really bad for you. Turns out it's not, and I was just gaslit. I don't think I was gaslit. I think I was just given false information. Guess what, Sammy? What's up, Blanket? Talks into mic. Thanks for coming, chat. And then I throw up and then end stream. You get the ending scene animation, and then the sound of me like gagging in the back. I'm a wizard. You're a wizard? You're a wizard, Harry. You're a hairy wizard. It's one of my like favorite like stupid jokes. It's just the part where Hagrid tells Harry that he's a wizard, and he goes, "And you're a hairy wizard," and it's just back and forth them looking at each other. I'm currently playing Hogwarts Legacy. Ooh, fun. Kai played that very briefly, but I think he ended up refunding it, but I can't remember why necessarily. But that sounds fun. Which house are you in? Are you going for an evil wizard route? I didn't play it. You played it a little bit and then you like refunded it, didn't you? Or am I mistaken? Maybe I'm mistaken. I could have sworn you like refunded it and then you debated like on like getting it again. You never touched it? Really? Huh. I know my cousin played it too. I think she got really into it. Are you saying no to the refunding it or no to playing it? I can't tell. I heard there was some controversy with the like Harry Potter like TV series casting, but I didn't see it. Like I saw people talking about it, but I actually like just straight up couldn't find it, and I was like, you know what, that's okay. I'm not gonna go out of my way to look for it because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna watch it anyways. There's just too much drama around it now. J.K. Rowling being a little bit psycho and all. I love that she had the like moldy like profile picture, and now every time she says something kind of unhinged, everyone's like, oh no, the mold is getting to her. I got put into Ravenclaw. Ooh. Books and smarts and cleverness. That's how they describe it, right? Blanket's a smart wizard. Clever wizard. I think when I was younger, I was sorted into Ravenclaw, but when I took the test in recent years, I got Hufflepuff, which I feel like makes more sense for me anyways. I know I like got rid of this part, but maybe I'll just this. Should do something similar here. I feel like I'm like putting too much detail into shading the hair, but like, is there such thing as too much detail on hair? I feel like hair is so nice, and Terry has so much of it. Sammy, what you been watching lately? Not a lot, actually. I have been watching Apothecary Diaries, but haven't watched the most recent episode, or maybe even 2 episodes at this point. I don't remember where I left off, but I feel like I kind of wait for a bunch of episodes to come out, and then I just watch them all at once, and then I take a break, and then wait for a bunch more to come out, and then I watch them all. So I can't remember where I left off, but I did kind of get Kai to start watching it a little bit. Not get him to, but he put it on his own. Yeah. Otherwise, nothing specific. I did finish Sunrise on the Reaping, reading it. So I'm quite excited for the movie. I know they're still like literally in the casting phase of it, but I'm excited. I have high hopes, knock on wood, because they said they were reaching out to Elle Fanning to play young Effie, and I feel like that's just so perfect. Like, I can't think of anyone better. And people are hoping that they go the route of like casting like well-known actors as people in the capital and like lesser-known actors for the district actors. I feel like that's a good idea. The frog, yeah. Okay, that's part of why I like was reminded that I need to catch up, because I saw people talking about the frog and like posting manga panels, and I was like, the frog. My interest has peaked. So I think right after, maybe like an episode or 2 after the frog might have been where I left off. I actually, Kai was watching with me, which was kind of weird because he hadn't watched anything else, and I was like, should I explain anything else that's happening here? And then I was like, nah. Give me 1 second. What happened? Nasty Stewie, thank you for the follow. I went to close the door so that it wouldn't be too loud, and I came back to emotes all over the screen. But hello, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Yeah. We're just doing this lovely fan art for Terry. Miss Terberri, Princess Terberri Solaris. But yeah, the frog got my attention. I was like, I gotta know. I gotta see what's up. I feel like maybe I should turn the opacity down now so I see how it actually looks, because like it's feeling like a lot right now. Like probably somewhere around here will be good. And we'll tinker with it more, but for the time being, this is a good start. Okay, came back, and Cassie seems to want to go outside, so give me 1 second again. BRB. In like 10 seconds. We're also about an hour into stream, so everyone drink some water, stretch if you need to. If you've been sitting for a long time, get up really quick, do 1 quick stretch. Stretch, because I'm stretching. And yeah, don't sit too still for too long. Drink some water, and then we can keep going. This is also looking a little uneven. Maybe it's fine. Anyways, we were on this side. Let's just fill this whole thing in first and then go from there. I almost want to just leave all of it like over like this. Yeah. Today is Friday, it's the 18th, which means I think, let me check. I'm not sure, but I think, I wrote this down. Yeah, I think tomorrow, I will have been an affiliate for 1 month. Yeah, time flies. I feel like first affiliate stream was like yesterday. And then I got all flustered. But yeah. Part of me was like, once I hit affiliate, I'll just call it good. Maybe there won't be a whole lot of people interested, and I'll have my emotes and I can just disappear off the face of Twitch. But then people were actually chatting with me and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't give up, or I can't leave now. I am enjoying it a lot. I was worried that I wouldn't. But this is fun. I was also looking back at like older like artists that I used to follow who had briefly streamed, and for some reason, I don't know if something happened, like I don't know what happened 3 years ago, but almost all of them are like, they say like last live 3 years ago, and I'm like, what the heck? Why 3 specifically? What happened in 2022 that caused a bunch of art streamers to just disappear from the scene? You're stuck with us forever until we get bored of you in 3025. I don't know if I'm gonna be around 3025. You'll have like Sammy Do Jr., like I don't know how many generations even. You'll have some long distant like descendant of mine, or a clone. I'll be replaced with like a robot version of me, and then we'll have blanket box, except he'll be like blanket cyborg or something in the year 3025. Sure if I like this thing right here that I almost want to just have one piece like this, call it good. Same here. I don't know, I feel like I'm overdoing it. That almost looks like I put like her own silhouette in the shaded part. I don't know if you see it. How was your movie yesterday? It was good. I really enjoyed the game, so it was definitely entertaining. But I will say, the pacing, personally, I am not a fan of the pacing in Project Sekai. Even in the game, it tends to be really slow and really drawn out. Like, they'll take like one kind of corny line and then just restate it 10 different times. And the movie was kind of similar. So that was something that I feel like could have been a little bit better. Like on one hand, I kind of understand because they have 5 like units in the game. So they have all 5 units in the movie. And the first like half of the movie, I think they did a pretty good job like establishing the world and introducing the characters in a way that wasn't like too bad. But then afterwards, every single time they had like some kind of like call to action. So all 5 units have their own Sekai and their own Miku. But they don't necessarily know about each other's. Like, they know each other from school and stuff, but they don't know that the others also have their own Sekai. So every time they have a realization or they have to like do something or figure out a way to save broken Miku, they go through the same like dialogue / realization for every single group. So it's like, oh, like we need to do XYZ, and then they show Leonid saying that, and then they show more Jump saying that, and then they show Nightcore saying that, and so on and so forth. And they every single dialogue, it feels like we hear 5 times, which I think was okay for the first couple times to establish like, yes, they're independently like coming to the same conclusion. But I feel like they could have taken advantage of the fact that it is a movie, there's a lot more visuals to it, so like they could have like one group have this specific dialogue and then have a montage of or something of like the rest of the groups kind of like, oh wow, you know, facial expressions, and then the next part like have another group have this specific dialogue and then same thing. Instead they said the same kind of cheesy concept 5 times each, and it was, and even then, like even within each group they were saying kind of similar things. No, don't turn me into a hat. I love that. No, that and Hatsune Miku does not talk to British people. Yeah, but like it was still definitely enjoyable. I think more so if you play the game and you know the characters, because there were a lot of Easter eggs and there was a lot of like Easter eggs, and I actually really like the songs personally. They had Deco 27, however you want to say it. I know there's a lot of debates on how you pronounce his name, if you're like an English like fan or whatever, but it was really funny when they were announcing the songs, because they did it kind of the same way they announced songs for the game, where they have like a little preview, they have like a bunch of like graphics and stuff, and it goes music by, and there's a pause, and then they put who produced the specific song. And so they released the song producers for the movie songs over the course of a few days, only for every single like unit song, plus like kind of the main, not, I don't know if I would call it the main song, but like they were all done by Deco. And so it was just really funny, and so that's what I was thinking of. But they were I think pretty good. And yeah, I'm trying to not spoil things in case people are interested in seeing it. So, but yeah, I liked the music. Pacing was not, I mean, like I said, it was exactly like the game pacing. So do with that what you will. Some people are okay with the game pacing. I just like, I know this is an unpopular opinion. A lot of people really love Vivid Bad Squad. And they're a good unit, but I think their stories tend to be like the same exact thing every single time. Like, I know there were some parts that stood out, like the whole Nagi thing. Again, I won't spoil it in case people haven't gotten there, even though I think all the servers at this point, except the new China server, have already seen it. But yeah, all of Vivid Bad Squad stories seem to kind of have the same theme of like I need to keep practicing and sing better, and I need to reach farther and harder and sing from my heart. And that's kind of the moral of every single story. In my opinion. At least a lot of the early ones were like that. I don't know. Whereas like the other like groups, at least they have something like actually happening, I think. Every time with Vivid Bad Squad, it's either writing a song or singing a song. Like whereas like Leonid, they have like their whole debut arc, and like they're getting scouted, and they're like going through the songwriting process and creative block and stuff, but they also have like more tangible milestones in between, like where they are and where they're trying to get to. More and More Jump has the whole More and More House thing, and like they have their live show that kind of grows, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna try to move into a house. And then Wonderlands has the whole ambassador thing where they become, you know, theme park ambassadors, and they do all their traveling shows. Night Court has, I think, more obvious milestones, and I think their story in general is a lot heavier too, so I find it more interesting because of that. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the colorful stage like universe, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like really hardcore fans of the game would not agree with me, but I also know that, like, honestly, I think the loudest people in that fan base are on the younger side. So, not that there aren't like older players. Like Shibidoki's has like countless sponsored projects at Kai streams. So there's a lot of like older content creators who do projects at Kai, but I will say, as far as the active like online fan base, there's definitely a specific group of younger players that is very loud, but also kind of lacks reading comprehension, so you get a lot of weird contradictory takes that like directly contradict things that are literally in the game. And you can't blame, like, I don't know, everyone had something that they were into in like middle school that like they probably were way too loud and way too wrong about, but yeah, I don't know. Sammy, what's for dinner? Kai got some Costco food earlier, actually, which I'll probably just eat leftovers of. Or, not really leftovers, I didn't eat my hot dog. So I'll probably just eat that. Yeah, he stopped by Costco earlier. I had lunch a little bit late, so I don't think I'm gonna eat quite yet, but I might take a break soon, because I am getting hungrier than I thought I would be. I'm really not liking how I shaded this side. I'm just gonna erase this whole thing and then do it again. And that is okay. It is okay to start over. What are you having for dinner, Blanket? And everyone, I guess. What is for dinner, if you're having dinner? I think a lot of the people here, at least that I know, are in a time zone that would be eating dinner around now, but maybe it's morning time for you. I know I had someone here kind of early on who was like opposite time zone, almost like they were having breakfast and it was like end of day for us. Something with chicken. Ooh, chicken's always good. Chicken is good. You know what that reminds me of? Chicken Jockey, which I keep seeing about the Minecraft movie. I should probably see that one too. The movie theater we went to for the Miku movie had like a creeper like standee kind of thing. It was like a bunch of boxes stacked on top of each other. So I took a picture of it and was like, oh my gosh, this creep is like staring at me all weird, and you know, just says a hee hee ha ha. I sent it to Vanilla Mochi and he was like, oh my gosh, I didn't understand the joke at first and was literally trying to figure out who in the picture you were talking about. Yeah, I also sent it to my family, and then they were like, oh, how's the movie? And I was like, oh, I actually didn't see the Minecraft movie. I saw a different movie, but I didn't want to tell them what movie because I didn't want to explain that it was for another game that I play. Because then they would look into it and probably judge me a little bit. I just want to make this shadow go like this or something. Yeah, maybe I'll take a quick dinner break in a little bit. Maybe at 7 my time. So in like 9 minutes, I'll take a little break, grab something to eat really fast, and then come back. I'll try to get more done on the hair first though. Let's do an overlay layer for some highlights. Just for now. Ads incoming. Bum-ba-da-dum. Sorry about the ad gel. See you on the other side of ad gel. You know what? Instead of saying sorry for ads, I should say thank you for those of you who are in ads. True warriors. Do it for the team. Yeah, honestly, when I get stuck in ads for someone I'm watching, I like just kind of make sure to at least stay until the ads end, just for the sake of ad revenue for them. I'm like, it doesn't take anything out of me. I'm not in a rush to switch to another app or anything or whatever, so I'm like, can't hurt. Ads are wrapping up. Welcome back from ads. Yeah, I appreciate those who stick around through ads. I know they're kind of a pain, but you guys are real ones. Hope I didn't lose anybody. Did y'all survive the ad war? Will my chat return from ads? I used to leave on like VODs of people I wanted to support just so that the ads would play, because you know, ad revenue. Such a tiny little thing, but it's nice to think that it makes a difference, even if it probably doesn't make a huge tangible difference. But like if I'm not doing anything anyways, or like I'm doing dishes, so it's like I'm not really paying attention, I'll just throw on a VOD. Usually I just look for someone who is streaming though. I feel like that's the more reasonable thing to do. This is definitely like way too bright, but I'm gonna keep it like this for now and then just bring it down or mess with it after. Maybe like a little boop, little bubbles, little reflection bubbles. I'll do it on both sides. Cool, maybe I'll do a little bit of a gradient thing too, but also let me turn this down a tad bit, make it a little more bearable. Less harsh on the eyes. Okay. What should I use? Maybe, how's this look? That's looking too blue. Maybe I should just stick with like a green. Maybe I'll stick with this green. I feel like this messes with the color too much though. Maybe if I use a multiply layer instead, and then I can just go a little bit in the middle. I feel like I'm just adding way too many layers, but it's okay. That versus that. Yeah, this makes it look a little bit more dramatic. I kind of like that. Okay, yeah, we'll keep that. So many layers just for the hair, but okay. I feel like when I do BRB, I should do like an animation. Like maybe I should put that bubble animation on, but actually, do I have that somewhere? Let me see. Let me check my computadora. Screens. It's okay. I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in like maybe like 10 minutes. I'm gonna eat my hot dog real quick. BRB. Ba-bum. Hello. Boo. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. 10 minutes exactly. Wahoo. I actually technically finished the hot dog a little bit earlier than that, but here I am. Oh, my eye itches. Allergy season is killer. My eyeball. Ah. Okay, anyways. Back to this. Let's see, where were we? We kind of rendered the hair. Should I put a highlight on the other side of that, like, pigtail too? Maybe. Let's see how it looks. If I go... I was on Twitter during that little 10-minute break, and I immediately saw someone be like, I hate it when people call it the Miku movie and not the Project Sekai movie. And so I apologize if anyone was offended by that, but Miku is much easier to say than Project Sekai every single time. But yeah. Have I logged into the game today? I think I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I have all those JP 3.5 anniversary stamp card things to do. Actually, I finished most of them. I think the only ones I have left are the login ones, which obviously I can't complete until, you know, that many days have passed. And I think event points I'm like almost there, and then it's the fan points for the show, which I got really close, but I didn't know how many more times I needed to send things in virtual shows in order to get it, so I just barely missed it, so I just need to wait for that, which I think the ENA event ends today, so there should be a virtual show going starting tonight, maybe even starting in like an hour. I can't remember what time this event ends, but I should probably do that. Let's see. I'll do the sweater next. Wherever it is. Here. Yeah, and I think all these pieces are supposed to be pretty shiny, so I can do that all in one go. But for now, let's take care of the sweater. Let's see, how are we gonna render the sweater? I do want to do this with love and care. We'll see. Let's see. We can do a little... I don't like that color. Yeah, do something like that. I feel like I should make some parts like kind of softer too. Like maybe... Should I block out big portions first? Like that's kind of the gist of this, and then maybe... I don't know, or like this. How do I want to do this? Apologies for the squeaky chair. Maybe I'm overthinking it. And by maybe, I mean, like, most definitely. But, like, I also feel like a lot of problems come from underthinking it. Because you think you're overthinking it. And so now you're underthinking it when you should be thinking a little bit more than that, but a little bit less than normally. But I guess that also means I'm overthinking it, but like underdoing it. I don't know. Something like that. The gears in my brain are going burr, but the things that my hands are doing are not very much. Like, I just kind of blocked this whole thing out. Like, that's not... But, like, I feel like that's also kind of good enough. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy. Like, all of this should be shaded for sure. And I could do another layer. Something like this. Maybe give it a little bit of like that. I don't know. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, sure. Yeah, okay. I don't know what that was. I could do some kind of like crease, like a, I don't know, does that look weird? Maybe a little. Let's see, if I go like this, and I've got a lot of creases on my thing. A lot of lines coming from the armpit. So I've raised my hand, and I've got a lot of like this way, just kind of. I think partially because the sleeve is like falling a little bit. But then on that same note, I'm like, maybe I should erase some of it, and not with that brush though. Kind of soften it like that. I don't like that. Maybe I'll just not do that this time around. I'll do some studies and stuff at another time, I think. Maybe take some photos and then I'll draw it. Back to the basics kind of thing. Because I feel like that's always good practice, is just draw the things you see. Things with like distinct shapes and such. Oh, the bow is on this layer too. Oh, that means the buttons probably are too. This one can probably come under this way. Alright, I started a little bit earlier today, so it took a while for the sun to go down, but the sun is going down now, so let me turn the light on. Alright, light turned on. There we go. Maybe I'll just fill this whole side of it in. Excuse me. Let me drink some water. Everyone else drink some water too. Everyone stay hydrated. Keep your yeah, that is all. When you guys are on, like, in the bathroom and, like, forget to bring your phone, do you guys just start reading random labels and stuff in the bathroom? Because I was doing that the other day. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. I was doing that the other day. But the only tag that was near me was the tag on a towel. And I was staring at it and I was like, it says no day clean. What the heck does no day clean mean? And I stared at it for so long before I realized it said dry clean. But I was fully sitting there trying to figure out, like, do you not clean this in the day? Like, what? That's a weird thing to put on a towel. And it was like a regular Target towel, so it wasn't like anything fancy. But then I was like, no, dry clean makes more sense. Like, you don't need to dry clean your bath towels, I think. Maybe I should soften this part up a little. Okay, I think that's all that's... Oh. This part. Okay, let's put a little shadow under this button, but not that big, like there. Maybe something like this. Yeah, that probably works. Should I do the ears next? Maybe. Oh wait, the buttons are on here too. I forgot I said that. Okay. Just little stuff like this. Maybe this whole thing, yeah. Maybe I'll do like a soft, very soft highlight. Because I don't think this needs anything harsh. Sure, that was a very subtle difference, but there's something there. Let's put those together. I'll probably just put these ear layers together too. Just got these pretty yellow ears. We'll just go like this for now. I miss when on Procreate you used to be able to just write the numbers into like the percentages on like opacity and stuff like that, and it would just fill it in. I don't do that anymore. I don't know why. What color to use? Maybe a red color, yeah. It makes the yellows look kind of golden, which is cool. Anyways, let's... Maybe I should have kept that separate. Having some regrets. I guess I still can. Undo, undo, undo. There we go. Okay. Here we'll have multiply. Turn it down. Maybe we'll have it at 40 this time. Something like that first. Definitely have a reference layer on somewhere, so we're just gonna go like this. It's not a closed circle. Am I tripping? Also, that doesn't... Reference? Huh? Okay, maybe if I just manually go like this again. What is happening? I'm confused. Well, I guess I'll just fill it in manually. It's weird. What the heck? I'll do a little bit on this side, a little bit on this side. I'll do a shadow under here for that, like, belt thingy-mabobber. Welcome back from ads, people. Kai is having quite a time outside. Okay, and then on this part, just take a darker one. Maybe I will put it on another layer just in case, but most likely that'll all be merged together anyways. Okay, I like that. Okay, so that's the ears. Let's do the shiny bits now. How do we want to do this? We could do the highlight first on this one, I think. So where do we have it? Up here. Got a little bit of something. Also here. Make it nice and shiny. And around the rim of her cloak, it's also kind of shiny from the reference at least. It's kind of gold looking, which makes sense because her lore is that she's like a princess, or like a former princess. Kind of like in Star vs. the Forces of Evil. I kind of wanted to watch that. I never got around to it. Or I like started it, but didn't like watch it. But it looked good. Alright. And then we can do a slightly darker like color underneath. Just here and there. Just a little bit. Yeah, that looks good, I think. Maybe down here I might get rid of that a little bit. Okay, looking shiny, looking good. Yeah, that was easier than I expected. Are the shoelaces? Yeah, they are. The shoelaces and the band-aid too, actually, but I think I can just use the same color. What layer am I on? Not the right one. Okay, that works. Bum, bum, bum. I'm gonna merge the bag layers too. No, I'm not. Actually, hold on. Slow down. Clip. Okay, we're gonna make this look a little round. And to do that, we're gonna make it a little bit shiny right here. Let's pick a different color, actually. Let's just make it something like this. It's worked better in my head. Let's go like this a little bit, kind of make it look a little bulby. Bulby? Isn't that a character in Jimmy Neutron? I can't remember at this point. Wasn't it the guy with the like sweater vest and like kind of yodeled a bit? Was that Bulby? Or am I just making him up altogether? Maybe his name wasn't Bulby. I don't know. Probably just sound like a crazy person. Okay, I'm gonna do something similar here. Oh, yeah, I'll do that after. Okay, make this darker. Yeah, we'll just shade it pretty softly. I don't want to go too much into this. Okay, bag. Okay, we'll make this a little bit shiny too. Sorry for Kai screaming. But I think it's happy screaming at least, so. We'll put those together. She's coming along. We just gotta get the rest of her clothes and her shoes, which maybe I'll do the shoes first. Okay, I think I want to do this soft, but like still kind of distinct. I was watching someone stream earlier, and I liked how they were rendering the shoes. It was for VTuber model, but I feel like I like those like styles. Maybe my color choice wasn't that great though. Ooh. Doesn't look that bad. Let's do something similar here. I'll just fill this all the way in probably, and then yeah, so it's like a distinct line, but it's like a distinct soft line. I'm going too overboard. No, I didn't. Thought I missed something. I don't like how I did this. Hold on. Okay. Looking good. Yeah, I can live with that. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Group those. Alright, getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Hiccups. Why do I do this to myself? My cousin texted like a group chat with like me and my siblings, and she asked a question. It was like, I was like, oh, I saw this post that was like, oh, if you could sell your like sibling for like $500,000, would you do it? And I don't know. She's very much a millennial, but I feel like nowadays those kinds of posts very much are like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I know they're still kind of popular, but I feel like I've kind of, that humor just kind of takes me back to like high school, middle school maybe. And I'm like, they feel kind of old now, but I guess that's also a sign that I'm getting old. But also, not really. I feel like, I don't know, those kinds of jokes are just like, that was what engagement bait used to look like back in the day. Don't know why I did that like this. I mean, I guess that's fine. No, I'll do it kind of harder lines and then soften it up after. Thought I broke something for a second, but I think we're chilling. Look at all these little guys. I love ruffles, but I feel like I didn't establish this very well. Or like, I don't know, like make the divide between the shorts distinct enough, but it's probably okay. I'll do this separate. Oh, well, okay. Okay. Let's go like this for now. Okay, let's just get rid of that. We'll start one piece at a time. That looked better in my head. Let's backtrack a bit. Maybe if I go like this, I can get a similar effect. Going crazy. Not feeling this that much. Should I just keep it kind of like that? I should be kind of softly hitting the other side of the pleats anyways. Okay, that's not actually that bad. was, but it's just not feeling this. I feel like you can hear how frustrated I am with this, but it's okay. It's fine. I also feel like maybe I should use like a different color. Maybe like that, but like, yeah, okay. Feels a little better, color-wise at least. And shading method leaves a little bit to be desired, but let's see. I don't like that. Maybe just something soft like this. Bare shadow. Sure. I'll do the leg warmer sock thingy-mabobbers. Which she did change with her new model anyways, but we sketched this before we saw that, so that's okay. This is kind of more her OG like design anyways. Like this is the reference sheet that she has for her, I guess, current self. So yeah. Which I think is more what she's celebrating today anyways. Because I don't even know if she's gonna stream the rest of the time with her new model. I know she showed it, but I don't know if she's using. I could look. I'm pretty sure I have her stream open. Oh yeah, she's using her old one. She's hanging out with some friendos now. Yeah. Yeah, once we finish this, we can post it, and then we can raid Terry. Okay, so the socks are going much better than the shorts were. Should I try the shorts again? Nah, let's just leave it. Did that too choppy. I feel like if I'm gonna do that, I should like commit to that stroke. There we go. I don't like that. Never mind. Back. Ah, okay. Maybe right here. We can cross. Okay. That I'm more okay with. Maybe if I do that a little better though. Yeah. This one, I'm debating maybe cleaning that a little bit. I forgot that the bear was here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, sure. is left is the shirt, which I think should be simple enough. Got some pleats where it tucks into the skirt, but other than that, I think it'll be much easier. Let's just go straight for the... Maybe I should use a medium brush. Maybe that's what I should have been using this whole time. Whoops. Actually, yeah, I like that a lot better. At least, okay, maybe not even for this. Maybe for... did it not save that color? What the heck? What the heck? Sometimes Procreate is not good about actually saving the colors that it says it's saving. Made medium blend. Do I want to redo all of that? Yes. We're going to do it. We'll just guesstimate the color. I don't know. I'll just pull one of these or something. Maybe even darker. I wish I knew. I don't want to actually figure out what color that is. Maybe it's the brush too. I do like this brush. It's giving like mint toothpaste, but not in a bad way. Okay, that's not bad. I actually kind of like that. I should use this brush more. Okay, and then on here, wait. Here, I'll just fill this whole thing and then turn it down. Let's use the regular soft brush. Gonna fill that in. This should need some multiply layer, okay? Is this too bright? It might be. Instead, we'll go like this. Does this make a difference? I don't know that it does. It's on the wrong layer, that's why. Okay, there we go. Turn this down to, could have just been one layer, but whatever. Maybe I should kind of do highlights, I don't know. So this one, I think I was using this one. regular medium brush. Ooh, that's a lot. Ads. Sorry about the ads. See you soon. I forgot Easter was this weekend. And I went out to dinner and this lady was like, man, everyone's leaving. I don't know if we'll even be busy this weekend. And then that's when I remembered. I was like, oh, wow, it is Easter. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, now we can try to do the shirt. I don't use this color. Let's go back to maybe the blend brush. Maybe the blend brush isn't that smart. Is there a soft blend? Maybe a soft blend will be better for this particular one. Maybe I should just use a normal freaking brush, actually. Maybe medium brush. Use a hard brush and then I just manually blend it. Maybe that's the play. Little thing here. Maybe just a couple of them. Don't want to go too hard. Maybe if we just come at it with a little bit of, this is kind of the same as erasing it, but it feels different. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just really not feeling this today, man. I am not on my best game. Do this. Why is the fill tool being silly? Is it the tolerance? No. I don't understand. None of them are set to a reference layer. Is it the brush I'm using? It shouldn't be. Whatever, we'll just do it manually. Procreate just hates me today. No fun. I mean, yes, fun, but like, when your art program just won't cooperate, it is definitely less fun. doing? Yeah! Just a mild crisis, it's fine. You gotta have a few crash outs here and there. That's what makes successful art, I think. Or at least that's what I would love to tell myself. You can't be a good artist without crashing out. That's my new motto. You gotta crash out to make good art. At least now and then. I'm definitely at crashing out mode, so... And my iPad keeps like randomly getting like dimmer, and I don't know what setting it does that does that, but it keeps happening and it keeps driving me crazy, and I'm not a fan. Okay, this isn't the worst. Not the best either, but what can you do? Okay, does this look decent for like short pleats? Not too bad actually. I shouldn't do that though. Okay, let's do that and then maybe just... I'll just take a soft brush. I don't want to go overboard with it. Why that color? Why did I pick that color? I don't know. I don't like that either. Maybe I should just leave it like this. Is it this color I was using? And then do a shadow here where the head kind of casts it. Yeah, I think I was worrying over nothing. I feel like this looks fine, right? Right? Hope it looks fine. Probably looks good enough at least. You know, I'll do one more cast shadow. I know I'm like using a million different layers, but for the strap of the bag. Should I make that a multiply layer? Looks kind of... Sure, I think that's fine. We'll just go like this, and then let's make it less saturated, darker. Okay, yeah, that looks alright. Sure. Maybe I'll put a little bit of color on the teeth, and then we'll color in some line art, and then we'll be bing chillin'. I think we're getting near the finish line. Okay. That was a soft brush, but I actually don't think I hate it that much, so we'll keep it like that. Yeah, okay. Cool, let's color some line art. Maybe call that good. Let's put this under here. I like that better. brows. Almost there, guys, almost there. What happened here? Missed a spot. Okay, there we go. And this part I think we can make a little bit pinker too. Not too much though. Never mind, I don't like that. Maybe this color, if anything. No, I think because her hair is green, I don't really want to do too much of that. Never mind. Change my mind. Backpedal. This separate so that I can make it lighter. Not that light, but like something like that. And then the outside of the mouth can be like a pinkish color. I feel like these are kind of my default ones. Probably too light there. Should I give her like a lip? No, it's okay. I kind of like it like this. I think she's looking all right like that. I know I was debating making some of the line art thicker, but I feel like I want to try it like this. I think this is kind of cute. Okay, let's do something with these. Just a little bit. Let's give the back parts a little darker though. Okay, this is kind of the majority of the hair right here. At least like the outside parts of it. Don't think we're gonna do too much. We'll just put some color, a little bit of color. Here and there. Everywhere. I like this too. There, that's fine, that's good enough. Ears. Should probably make the inside part a little bit different. Actually, maybe like that's okay, because it is a dark like inside. Okay. Do I want to do the whole thing? Not the whole thing, but definitely the inside part, so that can be that darker or that lighter brown, or it's darker brown but lighter than black, which I guess you could say that anything is lighter than black, so I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to do that. I'm gonna change the BGM too, I think, after this round. We'll let Spotify decide what we play. Maybe I shouldn't have done it completely black there. Maybe just darker brown. Gosh, my iPad keeps like getting really dim, so I can't really see, and it's not very fun. this is the centerpiece of her bow, and it's supposed to be a bear. I'd like to make sure it still looks like that. Okay. Alright, that looks good for the bow, I think. This will make... I don't know, should we color that at all? Maybe just around the edge like that. Yeah, just barely. Just a little teeny tiny touch. Which I'm probably gonna... yeah, whatever. Yes. Good enough. Okay, bear bag. Maybe, going back to the color, I think I colored the strap, which kind of bled onto the side of the bear, but didn't get it all the way, so let's just go ahead and do that. Why not? Why not? Which does mean this should be darker, because that's kind of my only rule, is as long as the line art stays darker than the thing it's like outlining, and I'm fine with that. Okay, and I have all this on its own layer. Make it slightly... oops, not what I'm going for. I forgot the eyebrows were on that layer too. Go like this. Yeah, I'm gonna just let the BGM shuffle. I don't normally do that, but I feel like this is a good day for that. I don't think I've ever played this one. Monday Blues. Which is funny, because it's Friday. But it works. Okay, next we've got this guy. I'll just borrow that color. Yeah. Forgot to switch to the hard brush. Then we got the strap. That looks kind of cute. I like it. I like it, Picasso. Are the hands on this layer? I think they are. Again, don't want to do too much. And I think I might make the background just white. I don't think I'm gonna do anything crazy. Maybe I should do a solid color, but I'll do that later. I'm just gonna lift the neck. Okay, shorts. Color a little bit, yeah. Just a teensy tansy bit. Almost there, guys. Yeah, Yeah, I'm a bit more tired out from this than I expected to be. But that is okay. I'm looking at the legs and I'm... Hang on, I might do one more thing on the legs. I think it's this one? Yeah. Go a little more than this. Maybe a little... Okay. Okay, that might be too much, but we'll tone it down after. Actually, I mean, if I add that everywhere, that might not be too terrible. I kind of like that. It does make the hair look a little flat though, so maybe I'll come back to that too. Let's see, what can I do with this? That is... let's see. Could just kind of come around. Well, why does that look so weird? Oh, because the line art. Okay, well, I'll fix the line art after, but for now... This might be a little extreme, but if I go something like this, I do think I also want to do a little more here. Let's come back to this again. Why does it keep... whatever. Turn it down a little bit. Okay, and if we come back to the hair, oh, I don't know, is that too much for the hair? Maybe I'll turn that down a little bit again. Does that make a difference? Yeah, sure. Okay, shoes. Okay, and then that will be the last of the line art. It'll be shoes and then these last few little things. Alright guys, home stretch, home stretch. And then we can stare at it and think of all the things we hate about it. Just kidding. I think I'm just in a hard on myself mood today. Which I felt like it started out okay, but I think it just started stressing me out for no reason. Which I have a tendency to do. Okay. That's just the back hair, which honestly I might just leave as is. Maybe a little bit here. Just a tad bit. But... Alright. There we have Terberri. Do we want to give her a background? Like just kind of a simple one? Oh, scary jump scare. Scareberry. Okay, anyways. There we have Terberri. Could do a little like shadow and just call it good too. Like, I also haven't put my name on this yet, but we'll get to that. Nah, I don't want it to bleed off the page really. Should we give her a colored background? Ooh, maybe a yellow color, yeah. like this, but lighter. Is that what I have as a reference? No, I had that as a reference earlier, and for some reason it still wasn't working, so I don't understand. But look at that. Ooh, actually, I have a brush that I can use, I think. Let's see. So all my brushes are available on Ko-fi. If we hit the sub goal, I'll make everything for free. If we hit the donation goal on Ko-fi, I can make everything free. Or if you want to wait till December, I also make everything free for all of December. But the brush that I'm going to use is, I can't remember which set it's in because I have kind of a lot. Oh, that was the ugly one that I made. Okay, I was thinking of this one. So this one is on my Ko-fi. I can't remember which ones are like actually free right now and which ones aren't, but I'm pretty sure this is one, like, regardless of whether it's free at this exact moment, they're all free in December. So that's your little life hack for me, which I'm kind of saying because I'm 90% sure nobody's here. But it's also not a secret, so yeah. Terberri. Woohoo! That's a good use of that brush, I think. It's just a little simple pattern brush. In which case, maybe I'll make this a little bit darker. Maybe a little more orangey. No, I kind of like the yellow. Maybe something like that. Alright, let me put my name on this. And then we can call it good. Da, 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 da. Oops. Do I want to put it there? Or maybe I'll put it along this leg. Sam, me, do. Smile. Maybe I should put a smiley face on my thing from now on. I'll turn it down a little bit though, because it does seem kind of harsh. There we go. Do I want to... Well, that's kind of cute. Let's see what other colors work. I feel like you use blue too much, but this might be... Is pink? I mean, she doesn't really have a pink vibe. Just kind of like orangish is fine. I don't want to go too much more than that. But then this, I think, should be... Alright, look at that! Woohoo! Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna hide this really quick. And then... and then I'm gonna send this to myself. If I can remember what I'm doing. Alright, here we have it. Terberri. Okay, I think I'm gonna post it. I might see if she has... I'm pretty sure she does not have an art tag, but let me double check. Dun, dun, dun. We're gonna check if Terberri Solaris has an art tag. Hello, Miss Berry. No art tag that I can see. Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and post it on Twitter. So if anyone wants to go check it out, I will be posting it shortly. Let's see, Terberri. Let's tag her. Or do I want to wait? Because I don't know what to caption it. Terberri. I'll tag her and then... Whoops, ads. Okay, see you guys on the other side of the ads. Let's see, what's she up to right now? She's chatting with people right now. That's where she's at in her stream anniversary, her debut anniversary. Here, I'll say happy debut anniversary, Ter. I'll post it later. I feel like I'm gonna overthink this caption for a while. Is this a good time to raid? Yeah, I don't think anyone's really here, but we can raid anyways. Unless there's anything else I want to do to this. I'm kind of questioning the mouth color now. Let me go back to this. Wah! Okay, let's turn this down. Maybe like this. Maybe that's better. Yeah. Yeah, this seems pretty bing chillin'. I like that. What else do we got going? Yeah, I think that's probably it for today. I think for next time, I did start some Gura art. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that next time. Here, let me actually switch to that maybe before we end, because I'm kind of still itching to do stuff. I'll clean up the sketch that I started for Gooba, and then we can end. Let's see, how long did I spend on this one so far? Not very long. Statistics, yeah, like 15 minutes-ish. Are you ready? Ta-da! I started this sketch of Goobs, and it's very, very messy right now, but I think what we'll do is we'll clean it up right now, and then whenever next stream is, we can work on this one. Yeah. It's a concept that I have so far, but it's still coming together. It's not anything special, it's literally just her, but yeah, we'll try to clean this up, and then we'll be all set for next time. Yeah, I don't know. I've been in one of those moods. I feel like I get in moods where like I just want to start a lot of stuff but not necessarily finish a lot of stuff. And so I kind of had a lot of that at the beginning of the week, I think. So I started the berry one, and then I started this one. I kind of came back. I kind of started another one altogether too, but that one I think I'll bring up another time because I don't know if I'm gonna get very far with it. But if I do, I think I'll just save it for if and when I work on it. But yeah, I was saying earlier, like, regardless of whether you're a Hololive fan, like, Gura has done a lot for EN VTubing and like Western VTubing, so I hope she gets a send-off, like, a very good send-off, if that makes sense. Like, I think she deserves to have to really know the impact that she has had, and I'm sure she is very aware of it. I mean, she, you know, it's hard to miss, but yeah, I hope she's feeling more of the love than the less fun stuff that comes with all that pressure. because it wouldn't be easy for anyone to like blow up like that out of the blue. So she's done a very good job for the position that she found herself in when she debuted. Yeah, I know a lot of people were kind of in shambles at the news, but it'll be worth it. Or I think it's worth it to know that whatever the reason may be, she left by her own will. Like, she wanted to and was able to leave, because it would suck to know that, or to find out later down the line that she wanted to leave and couldn't. I feel like that was what I was really scared of for a while when she was like taking her streaming breaks. And I'm like, I hope it's not like she wants to leave and she can't, like her contract just doesn't let her. I mean, who knows, maybe it was still a little bit of that, but works out now. Yeah, we could also nah, I was gonna say we could even start more stuff, but this is how it starts. You start like 10 different things and then you never finish them. Like, I never finished the Monster Hunter one that I started, the Alma one. It is still almost finished, and I do want to finish it and post it still, because I feel like we put so much effort into it that it would be a shame not to. But not yet, I guess. It happens. It's okay. Yeah, the sketch came along a lot faster than I expected, because I did this on a random work day. Like, what, 2 days ago? So I was kind of surprised it, like, actually looked recognizable-ish, I hope. I don't know, could y'all tell it was Gura? I feel like that's more more says something about her design than my ability to draw, but yeah. I remember Kai got her Nendo back when it came out. It took forever to arrive, but when it did, I was the one who put it together for him. It's still sitting on our shelf. Pretty sure my parents saw it when they came over too. And then they saw the acrylic standees I made of Vanilla Mochi and Kaihane. And she was like, oh, did you draw those? And then she was like, you should do something like that for your wedding. And I was like, I'm not putting anime standees on my wedding, Mom. Please. That is not happening. Goob? Yeah. I started the sketch a while ago. I figured I'd just kind of clean it up before we end stream today. Because I was still kind of in the mood to doodle some more. So I figured I'd clean up Goob a little bit, and then afterwards we can raid Terberri. Because, yeah, she's doing her big thing. But, yeah, Goob deserves all the fan art that I can manage, that anyone can manage before she goes. So, here's Goob. Goob, our short coral. Yeah. I know Goob is Gura, but I was also when you said Goob, I kind of thought of Meet the Robinsons, that character Goob. He's the roommate of like the main, what's his name? Lewis. At they room together at the orphanage, and he's this little scrawny kid. There's like that meme where he's like, everyone's saying, hi Goob, and he goes, they all hated me. Yeah. Or Goofy Goobers also comes to mind. SpongeBob. You're a Goofy Goober, yeah. Wait. Yeah, something like that. We're all goofy goobers, yeah. Goofy goobers. I had a teacher in middle school who was obsessed with SpongeBob. I don't know if that was still her thing after I left, because I know before she was the Scooby-Doo teacher, and then she turned into the SpongeBob teacher. And I'm sure she went through other like phases and stuff too, but I had her as the SpongeBob teacher. And that year was when I decided randomly to learn how to draw SpongeBob from memory, so I knew where all his holes were, in the least weird way possible. You know what? I shouldn't say all the holes, because technically it was only the holes that are visible when he's wearing clothes. Good times. Early Sammy Doo. I don't know if I would call it. I guess I would call it early Sammy Doo doodles. Yeah, there was that. There was what other? I feel like I drew a lot of SpongeBob even when I was younger, which I didn't even think about until I was back at my parents' place and found a notebook, like from a school notebook from like first grade, and I drew SpongeBob characters like all over the cover of that and all over the pages and everything, and it was kind of insane. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, we've got legs. I kind of want to find like her 3D reference to see if because there's that shark-like mouth on her shirt, but I feel like it goes along the far side, and I don't know how far it stretches. But we can figure that out at a later time too. Just wanted to clean this up. Cool. Yeah, so before versus like, there's goob progress. Yeah. Alright, I think this is good enough for today. I'll switch to chatting for now, but yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me. Thank you. I think it wasn't too much. Thank you, Nasty Stewie, for the follow today. Thanks for hanging out, Ray Lu and Kai Hane, and Blanket stopped by. Yeah, we're gonna raid Terberri. I don't think there's many people here, but everyone, just when you get in, say happy anniversary to Terberri. Okay. Start raid. Yeah. Alright, see you guys next time. I don't think there's too many of us this time, so yeah, bye-bye.